You're watching Euronews now. I'm Mariam Zaidin. Here are our top stories. Russia's Gazprom cuts supply through Nord Stream 1 to 20% of capacity due to more maintenance on the pipeline. A step finally too far. Hungary's Prime Minister Viktor Orban sparks outrage after criticising the mixing of Europeans and non-Europeans. And England's Lionesses book their place in Sunday's Women's Euro Final 2022.
Officials in Germany say the volume of natural gas it's receiving from Russia through the Nord Stream 1 pipeline fell on Wednesday. The Russian state gas company Gazprom said earlier this week that the amount it would supply would be reduced because of maintenance operations that had to be carried out. Germany is heavily reliant on gas that arrives via Nord Stream 1, which runs from Russia through the Baltic Sea to reach the country. Moscow's claims of technical issues are challenged by some analysts.
President Putin is trying to test the resolve of the EU of unity, and it will play giving a little bit gas to them and not gas to the others, and just see whether the unity can be held. So far, governments have held very firm, but of course, the support of the population and industry, etc., is a little bit at risk, and this is what he's playing with.
Meanwhile, on Tuesday, European Union members agreed a deal to voluntarily reduce gas use by 15% between August and March in order to lower reliance on Russia. However, after negotiations, the wording was watered down to allow exemptions for some countries. Saudi Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman is in Athens on his first European trip since the 2018 killing of Saudi journalist Jamal Khashoggi. Later this week he's due in France. The aim of the visit, according to the Saudi Royal Court, is to discuss bilateral relations and ways to enhance them in various fields, energy being one of them.
I believe we have also historical opportunities that we're going to finalize a lot of it today. Linking the grid of electricity, which we can provide Greece and Southwest Europe through Greece with much cheaper renewable energy. Also, we are working about hydrogen and how to turn Greece as a hub for Europe to hydrogen. That's a game changer for both of us.
The Crown Prince has been a pariah in the West since the murder of Jamal Khashoggi by Saudi agents in the kingdom's Istanbul consulate in October 2018. Mohammed bin Salman, or MBS as he's sometimes referred to, has been strongly linked to the killing. This trip to Europe comes less than 2 weeks after US President Joe Biden fist-bumped a greeting to MBS when they met for an Arab Leaders Summit in Jeddah. Observers say that shows that the search for oil and gas supplies in the current energy crisis has forced the West to become more accepting of the Saudi prince.
The timing is definitely crucial. Saudi Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman visits Greece as Europe struggles to secure its energy supplies for the near and far future. So the promise of the Saudi prince for cheaper electricity is welcome news. Saudi Arabia and Greece have signed a memorandum of understanding for the interconnection of the networks between the two countries so that electricity from renewables in Saudi Arabia will be transported to Greece initially and maybe later to other European countries. Furthermore, Saudi Arabia aspires to use Greece as a major transport hub for hydrogen. Saudi Arabia seeks to become a major global supplier of hydrogen and has begun the construction of a green hydrogen plant that will be able to export the fuel in 4 years. It will be a key means for the country to diversify its export profile away from crude oil in the future. Other topics on the agenda of the two leaders, Mohammed bin Salman and Greek Prime Minister Kyriakos Mitsotakis, who met yesterday, were military cooperation, interconnection of the telecommunication networks between the two countries, and investments in different fields. Today, a multi-billion package of deals will be signed between Greek companies and business leaders from Saudi Arabia. Simela Tuchtidou, Athens, Euronews.
Hungary Hungary's Prime Minister Viktor Orban has sparked outrage after he criticised the mixing of Europeans and non-Europeans on the continent. The politician said Hungarians are not a mixed race and do not want to become a mixed race, before adding that countries where Europeans and non-Europeans mixed were no longer nations. His comments are drawing widespread criticism, including from the opposition party in Hungary.
We have heard a sickening, disgusting Nazi speech. It is disturbing that as a Prime Minister of Hungary, as a politician, as a human being, he should utter such a speech.
Orban gave his speech in Romania, where Foreign Minister Bogdan Orescu branded it unacceptable, while Romanian MEP Carmen Avram said it was shameful and frightening. Protesters voiced their anger on the streets of Hungary, with some claiming that Orban was trying to divert attention from economic troubles at home.
I think it was a clickbait thing, probably nothing to do with what he thinks.
Viktor Orban says his government has zero tolerance for racism.
One month after the US Supreme Court's historic ruling, abortions are already banned in 17 states, and more could be added soon. New dividing lines have emerged between those where women can still terminate their pregnancy and those where they can't. In Oklahoma, activist Anna Arts runs a hotline to help women who want an abortion.
A lot of advice that we give them is medical abortion pills through the mail. Because that's still federally regulated and it's not up to the states to go through the mail, so you can still get that mailed to you. And then also directing them to some clinics in Wichita.
In neighbouring Kansas, abortions are still available, but it's not clear for how much longer. It's due to vote on the issue next month. For the moment, it's one of the few places in the southeast of the country where abortions are still legal. With state after state enacting a ban, the distance for women to the nearest clinic gets longer by the week.
Kansas is now the closest abortion provider for around 7.7 million people. This is an insane number. There's a stress of knowing that you can help people and now you cannot. We have all the skills, we have all the tools, we have all the knowledge. It is devastating when you are unable to provide that care. Yeah.
When you're told you're not allowed to.
It's illegal, yeah.
Someone like Anna is already taking a huge risk by offering to help.
Anybody who drives you to a clinic, anybody who helps you pay for it, that's anybody who helps you make an appointment, which is what we're offering. And so what we're doing is aiding and abetting, and we can be sued for that.
She was told to stop her hotline, but says she will not be doing so anytime soon.
At least 2 people were killed and dozens injured when a powerful earthquake struck in the northern Philippines. Roads and buildings were damaged and the tremors set off small landslides, sending terrified people running for the safety of open spaces.
This situation continues to develop and it will do so for the next few days. But I think that everything that can be done has been done. We have even anticipated the needs of those who have become victims of this very strong earthquake.
The 7.3 magnitude quake was centred around Abra province in a mountainous area, and several aftershocks followed, according to the Philippine Institute of Volcanology and Seismology. The Philippines lie along the so-called Pacific Ring of Fire, an arc of faults around the Pacific Ocean where most of the world's earthquakes occur.
You're watching Euronews now. Do stay with us. Lots more to come on the programme.